Jackie leaned over to me and said, she needs to go on American Idol. Right? I just have God bumps all over. That was just amazing. The power of love. Boy, that's what we're going to talk about today. That is so important. That is what my talk really is about. And, and are you open to that? Yes. Or are you doing the same old thinking and the same old results? Have you ever met, or do you have a friend or somebody you know that when you see them come, you go, oh, God. Oh, God. Here it comes. And they always have this poor me story. Oh, poor me, this happened to me 15 years ago. And it might have just happened yesterday, but it was the same story you heard about 15 years ago. And it's really interesting, right? These last 2 terms of practitioner training, we're training our new practitioners. And if you're here, do you want to stand up? We should, you're pretty courageous. I don't know if I know we have some on vacation and stuff. And we have a couple that aren't here. But these last two terms have been really, we haven't even really gotten into prayer yet. We've gotten into looking at your lives and what's in your past. What are you still bringing into now? So if you have the same old thinking, you're going to have the same old results. So I love how that opening song, how it's all about love. We wake up every day in gratitude for this day. Every moment we should be living from that place of gratitude. So what's your story? That's my talk title today. What is your story? And are you ready to change it? Right? Are you ready to change it? Oh, before I forget, I think my granddaughters are watching with my other son. So Emma and Olivia, Grammy loves you. And Corey and Tiffany, I love you too. And of course, Ryan, just because you're here, I don't want to ignore you. I love you too. So what's your story? My story is I have a fabulous family. I wake up every day and look at this valley that we live in. Let's not take this for granted where we are. Where we are. We could be over in the Middle East right now and having a different life, a different story. And so we need to send that gratitude, that power of love that is so important. So let's look at our stories. Life doesn't test you, it reflects you. Now, what I really wanted was that beautiful apple to be on this side of the mirror and the chewed up one being in the mirror, because that's how we look at ourselves. We forget how perfect and how wonderful we are. And isn't that the truth? We forget that we are an aspect of God. That divinity is us. It's with us every moment to use. But we think we're less than. We think we're that chewed up apple, life, it always happens good for them, but it never happens for me. And you're right. It doesn't, because that's your attitude. I love, this is from Neil Donald Walsh. Could it be that God, life's pure, undifferentiated energy, because that's what God is. We don't teach about this man sitting in a big chair going, oh, you messed up again. That's not what God is. This is not working well. Thank you for calling me Dr. Dale, because that was a compliment, and I take my compliments. Could it be that God, life's pure, undifferentiated energy, was always intended to be used to serve our purposes rather than we being used to serve God's? Think about that. That's not what I was taught. I was taught put you down there and let's see how you do, I mean, if you even think of the story of Adam and Eve, what a crappy thing that was to do. Okay, for those that you are here for the first time, I'm the irreverent reverend, okay? I mean, really, think about it. You're God. You just made these beautiful creations, and you go, if you want to be as good as me, it's on that tree, but you better stay away from that. And you're sitting there all day going, God, look what God does. I want to do that. How's he going to know I ate that apple? And there's this little snake over there going, come on. He's just talking. He doesn't want you to be as fabulous as he is, And so you go, yeah, that's right. And you go eat the apple, and then God comes and, okay, you're out of here now. You're out of here. Really? You just created this being? And it makes no sense. If you really, maybe it made sense when we were 5 years old and our parents wanted to control us and put fear of God into us. But that's not what God is. Going on, to be more complete with this thought that the two are actually one, since we are all one and we just don't know it. We are all part of this divine energy. We are all connected. We are all connected. Our job is to see that unique aspect of God in each person. What if God's job is not to tell us what to do, but to empower us to do what we want to do? Okay? And what we need to be wanting to do is loving one another. That's what we came here for, that power of love. I like this quote from Ernest Holmes. Who loses his life shall find it. Now, that's a quote from the Bible. Who loses his life shall find it. When you're not attached to everything, it needs to be this way and that way. He said, since the whole teaching of Jesus was that God is life, he could not mean that you should actually lose life, but that you should let go of the lesser in order to experience the greater. And I love what he added. This is not a bad bargain. I didn't know Ernest had that sense of humor. I like that guy. But think about that. Think about that. To let go of the lesser. What happens in most of our lives, it's happened to me, still happens to me at times, is to focus on the lesser part of our lives. And we forget all the blessings that we do have. We take them for granted. We take them for granted each day. Each day you wake up and you breathe. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. I'm so happy to be here. Look out at the mountains and go, oh my God, I live in paradise here. Got beautiful mountains with snow. What are you paying attention to? What is it that you are sending your love to? So you must first be emotionally abundant if you want to attract financial abundance. And I'm really here to talk about it, but this is a really good example. Do you remember when The Secret came out in 2006? Everybody was getting that book or watching the video, and it was good. And, that was really my first thing about the law of attraction. But I just don't think they really went deep enough into it so that we know. So if you want to be abundant, whatever area of your life, you have to be grateful for where you are abundant. Okay, it's not going, oh, I want money, I'm going to have money. No, I am prosperous. I am abundant, and I know that it comes to me easily and effortlessly, and that's where you focus, because what you're sending out is this energy that the universe goes, oh, Laura likes to be abundant. Let's give her more. I don't worry about it. I'm not a gazillionaire, but I have everything I need, and I'm grateful for that. And that's what we need. And we need to put that energy out into the universe, and that way it attracts to us. If you're talking negatively or you're feeling negative about your life, it's amazing how that energy will go out and the universe will say the same thing. Oh, Laura's got this energy about lack. Let's give her more. Let's give her more lack so she can send more energy out there. No, we need to be a match to what it is we're bringing into our life. And that's, like I said, in practitioner class, looking at what our stories have been. Are they still from your childhood? Are they still affecting you? How did you grow up? Your parents maybe had struggled financially and talked about it all the time. And so maybe you have a fear and you hoard or you don't think you're going to have enough. No, there's always even more, but you have to be that magnet. And the time came when the risk to remain tied in a bud was more painful than the risk to blossom. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, are you so afraid to change your thinking, your stinking thinking, to try something new? Like, just notice every day. I woke up today. The sun is out. There's no bombs here. I have food in my refrigerator. I have a roof over my head. I live in this beautiful valley. I have family that I love. Do I always agree with my family? No, but I love them. And I allow them to believe in what they want to believe. And bless them. I have a younger brother who's like 7 or 8 years younger than me, and he has nothing to do with my family anymore. There was an incident, and Ryan and I were just talking this morning about how we love Uncle Jim, and I'll always love him, and I send him love all the time. I can't make him love me, and he may love me in his own way. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. I will always love him. And we think about that. We think about people that maybe hurt us in the past, but everybody was doing what they thought was the right thing to do at that time, or it was justified. And we can forgive. Forgiveness is very important. But don't just forgive them, still love them. Still love them on their journey. But, yeah, isn't it time for us to risk and to blossom? And to even be more than we are today. Not that we're less than, but we are more than. Those of you that came here for the first time, did you feel the love in this room when you walked in? It's palpable. And that's what we want in the world. We want that love that we are generating, that we're putting out there to go everywhere we go and to have it be contagious. Let's let it be like COVID. But don't wear a mask. You don't need a vaccination. But let's just infect the world with that, okay? And I got this in Go to the Light. And I did that because I was thinking this when I was thinking about my talking. Well, I don't remember it. But when you're being born, you're in this little, you've been sitting in this little warm little pouch, hearing some voices and stuff. And, you're just in there. And then all of a sudden, everything starts squeezing on you, right? And you're like, God, what is going on? And you go through this tunnel, and you're seeing a light down there, and you're going, what is going on? And all of a sudden, you get out, okay, I'm out. And then they slap you on your rear end. You went to the light and you got slapped for it. But pretty soon after they wipe you off and everything, then they put you in these loving arms. These loving arms, and you're home. I have a picture of Olivia. We came home. That's my oldest granddaughter. She's 6 now. And I have one of my favorite pictures is on my bookshelf, and I'm holding her, and she's got a little smile on her face like, yes, I'm home. I'm home. This is why I came here, to feel that love and to be loved and to go out into the world. So when things are dark, go to the light. Okay, you might get smacked on your butt, but had worse things happen. But go to the light. Always look for the light There's some light in every situation. So that's what you want to do. So I love this one. This is on Facebook. Energy is the currency of the universe. When we pay attention to something, you buy that experience. So when you allow your consciousness to focus on someone or something that annoys you, oh, I never do that. I also lie sometimes. You feed it your energy, and it reciprocates that experience of being annoyed, right? Okay. I have experienced that. And it reciprocates the experience of being annoyed. Be selective in your focus because your attention feeds the energy of it and keeps it alive, not just within you, but within the collective consciousness as well. So that's why what we're thinking about, what we're feeling, what we're talking about, that is putting that energy out into the universe. You know, it's better sometimes just to zip it and not get into a negative dialogue. You know, if you're not agreeing with somebody's point of view, just listen and respect their point of view and then go pray for them. No. That they open their eyes and they see things differently. No, just, you know, we don't want to go there. We want to just love everybody. Not everybody is going to see life the way you do. You know, maybe you want that, you know, a certain kind of car. And when you see it, go, oh, I'm so looking forward to the day that I get mine, you know. And just feel that, attract that, knowing that. You know, and just know, and there's a difference between, and I love this from Neil Donald Walsh, there's a difference between choosing and wanting. If you want something, that's a different energy. That is, it's dangling here, I want it, I want it, I want it, and the universe goes, oh, Laura likes that energy of wanting. Let's keep giving it to her. Versus saying, I choose that. That is my car. That is my car. I don't know when it will be my car. I don't care. But I'm choosing that. I'm choosing love in my life. I'm choosing the perfect partner. Therefore, I'm going to be the perfect person too. I'm going to be this loving person. And I'm not worried about when it comes. I just know it's out there. And the universe is working it my way. And that's what you do. Don't be impatient. Be patient and knowing and declaring that that is yours. And that's why this divine energy brought us here, to say yes. Yes to what it is we want. You know, what we want. And go about our life that way. So I want to ask you, what's your story? Do you like your story, or do you want to rewrite it? There's a pencil there. You can rewrite your story, or you can add to your story. Cross out things that, no, thank you. I no longer need this anymore, but I'm grateful for it. Be in a state of gratitude. That is so, so important and powerful. Be that in that gratitude, knowing that you are making a difference in the world. It is not an accident that you are in this world at this time. Because the world needs more and more love. More and more places where you walk in and you feel this love when you walk in. And why did you feel it? Because you are it. Tag, you're it. You wouldn't have felt it if you didn't have it, if you weren't exuding it. Be that magnet. Be that magnet for love and perfection. And always be grateful. You know, I come here and we all, Dr. Dale and William and Dr. Elizabeth, as we call her, we love it here. This is not going to work today. No, it's like, oh, I'm going to go to the center, wonder what's happening. Okay, how are we going to handle this? It doesn't mean that everything is like smooth sailing, but we know that we're going to make it happen. It's happening. And it wouldn't be happening without you. And we know that. And know that in your life. Know that the people in your life, and maybe even the ones that are annoying you, they're pushing you maybe. The universe brought them here to maybe push you in a different direction. I think about my jobs that I had. Oh, my God. You know, I'm so grateful for those idiots that hired me that I quit my job for, because I knew there was something better. And I knew I didn't have to sit here and take this. And, you know, and I thanked them, and I gave them 2 weeks' notice. It's not like I walked out, you know. I gave them notice, but I always knew there was something calling me. And, you know, and even here, I was already a minister here. And I was taking a deposition, and I'm sitting there thinking, I was a staff minister then, and I was thinking, oh, God, I just need a sign. I know that there's something more I should be doing, but I don't know what it is, but I'm open to it. And I got home that day, and there was a phone call on my answering machine. Remember when we had answering machines? And it was from Dr. Jim Terrell in Orange County, and said, hey, Laura, I'm looking for an assistant minister, and I think you'd be perfect. And I go, oh, wow, I would have never thought, because we had Dr. Maxine here, and she's fabulous, and that wasn't even something I thought about here. And I go, well, my sister lives like 5 minutes from that church. I could go down there and work part-time there, and I was really happy, but I was still teaching here. I didn't quite let go of this place. And Dr. Joe calls me one day, and we had a board meeting, and I was looking at their finances. I go, I don't even know how they afford me. Not that they were paying me that much, but I was concerned about that. And I asked one of the secretaries, I said, how do you even afford to pay me what you pay me? And she said, oh, Dr. Jim takes it out of his salary. And I'm like, no, Dr. Jim Terrell. And I go, no. I said, that's not right. That man works really hard. And he has other great people here. And I'm driving home after hearing that. And Dr. Joe calls me. And he goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm just driving back from Orange County back to the desert. He goes, are you ready to come home yet? And I go, make me an offer? And he said, come home. And I go, that was what I need, you know. And so I came back, and a few months later, Dr. Maxine resigned, and I became the assistant minister here. So you never know, you know, you just go with the flow, and, you know, and really ask every day when you're looking at your life, what's your story? Make it a good one. Okay. Namaste.